yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific. In this minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 62 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ezekiel Elliott, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let's go now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans.
Take Dell
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Levis. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Throwing now is Stroud. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now. That is caught by Dell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Titans' 28-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line.
First down, Texans.
Here's Stroud. This is caught. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
And Stroud now to throw. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Pierce. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Texans 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hold it ready.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Levis to throw it.
Of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Levis on 3rd down.
Complete on the deep ball. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
They go again with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on third down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Houston.
Stroud sets up the play action. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, Elliott once more. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and 10.
Levis to throw off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Will Anderson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. This is 1st and 10.
Alert!
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And down he'll go at the 25.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Powering his way forward. Still going. They can't stop him. He may go. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Texans 21.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And they'll pitch it to Pierce. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Titans, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the